Gospel, Luke 12:54-59. And he said also to the multitudes, "When you see a cloud rising from the west, presently you say, 'A shower is coming,' and so it happens. And when you see the south wind blow, you say, 'There will be heat,' and it comes to pass. You hypocrites, you know how to discern the face of the sky and of the earth. How is it that you do not discern this time? And why even of yourselves do you not judge what is just? When you go with your adversary to the magistrate, while on the way be diligent to make friends with him, lest he drag you to the judge, and the judge hand you over to the officer, and the officer put you in prison. I tell you, you shall never get out till you have paid the very last mite." Today Jesus speaks sharply to the crowds, calling them hypocrites because they can read the sky and predict the weather, yet fail to read the signs of the times. They know how to interpret the outward, immediate, and yet they remain blind to what is deeper, to God's movements among them. He asks, "How is it that you do not discern this time?" The challenge is clear. Discernment is not merely about knowing scripture or doctrine, but perceiving God's action in the present moment. If we can read clouds and winds, can we also read what God is doing in our lives, in our communities, in history? Then he turns to relational justice. When you go with your adversary toward the magistrate, make friends on the way, so that your adversary may not hand you over to the judge, who then hands you to the officer, and you are put in prison. The imagery is about reconciliation before judgment, about resolving conflict before it escalates. It is a call to clear accounts, to peaceable relationships, to humility. The warning is heavy. You may not escape until you pay the last mite. In other words, justice demands full settlement, not partial, not deferred. This gospel presses me and presses you to urgency. There is no neutral ground. The signs of God's kingdom demand response. If we ignore them, we risk being judged by the very standards we fail to live. The invitation is to discern now, act now, reconcile now. Do not wait until conflict grows, until bitterness festers, until divisions become entrenched. Before reaching the judge, seek reconciliation. Before accusing, forgive. Before demanding rights, pursue justice with mercy. Today I call you. Open your eyes to the signs God gives you. Your conscience, the scriptures, the promptings of the Spirit, the needs around you. Ask for discernment. Then act. Seek to make friends even on the way. Mend broken bridges, heal rifts, clear misunderstandings. Live in such a way that your relationships testify to God's peace, not to conflict. And in everything, let it not be that you are judged by the standards you ignored. May we be people who discern, who reconcile, who live in the light of the kingdom now.